Good evening, it's Friday, the 23rd of October 2020. This is the end of the week run through of my portfolio of shares held on the Trading 212 app. The markets have closed, the time is now about 10 p.m. My portfolio total value is 4,712.73 pence. I've invested 5,159.55, so I'm down £446.82, which is 8.66%. Two times Alphabet. This is a holding where it reflects the rise and fall of Google or Alphabet shares, and it's amplified by 2 times, so it's 2 times the increase or 2 times the loss. At the moment I'm up £4.70, which is 22%, and I have 1 share in that. 2 times Amazon, same principle, but I'm not doing quite so well on that one. I'm down £375, which is 18%. I was rather hoping that would be a good swing trade and I'd be able to take a profit fairly soon, but that's not the case at the moment, so I'm just going to hold on that one and see what happens. Admiral Group, this is a UK based insurance company that specialises in insurance of cars and houses. They're up 28%. Alterix, £197.20, they're down 1.4%. That was one of my swing trades, and it's not going the way I wanted it to go. Alteria Group, this is what you class as a sin stock. They're down 2.89%. They basically are tobacco companies, but they hide behind the name of another name. But I believe they own the Marlboro brand plus other things. Amazon shares, they're up 46%, as I'd expect. Aston Martin, UK-based luxury car manufacturer, they're really going through it at the moment, and they're down 81%. AstraZeneca, drugs company, they're down 17%. Auto Trader, this is a UK-based gateway or portal where you can buy and sell new and used cars. I've used this to buy cars, and they're up 11.66%, as I think a lot of buying will go online, and they have a great online presence. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, this is exposure to all the holdings that he have. They're up 16%. Boeing, well, with the pandemic and air flights going to a minimum, there's no demand for aeroplanes, plus the 737 problems where we've had 2 crashes and they were taken out of use, but I believe they're going to get their license back in the new year, so that may help. Plus we'll get the vaccine and the old planes will get flying again, but at the moment they're down 34%. BP, a British oil company that is involved with everything from exploration, refining and retailing. They're down 33%. Braemar Shipping, they are I believe they're a ship broker. I'll just quickly see what they say. Is an international provider of services to the shipping, energy and insurance industry. The company's segments include shipbroking, technical logistics and central. Yeah, so they can arrange like the hire of a ship. When there was a great short, when there was a glut of oil earlier on this year, oil tankers were in great demand, not to transport the oil, but just to store the oil. And they're still not doing too bad at 42%. British Land, they're involved with properties in the UK, they're down. Britvic, I bought this because on the write-up they said they were a good dividend payers, and they're in a good solid marketplace where they make carbonated drinks, but they're just down 1.9%. Brookfield Renewables, a renewable energy company, they're up 12%. Bushveld Minerals, it's a mining company, they're up 4%. Now I believe they're based in South Africa, and the company is Integrated Vanadium, which is one of the rare metals which is used in tech nowadays, from what I understand. Cairn Energy, that's a UK-based oil company, they're up 57%. Ceres Power Holdings, that's a new power transformation technology where you can pass gas through a plate and it turns into electricity. They're up 44%. Coca-Cola, good mainstay, solid company, pays a good dividend, and has got quite a large holding in Coca-Cola, as has Warren Buffett. At the moment they're down 4%. DraftKings, they are online gaming, as far as I know, they're up 25%. I'll just double check that. I think that's the reason why I bought them. Digital sports, entertainment and gaming company. So I think with the lockdown and people being at home, that's a type of business that's going places. Drax Group, they owned and operated the last UK-based coal-fired power station, and they're now turning that over to burning carbon-friendly material. I think it's I think that's wood that's grown, or something along those lines. Plus, they own some hydroelectric power stations. So it's an unusual one, but I've driven past the power station when I've driven up north in the UK, and you can see these sort of iconic cooling towers in the distance, and the big heaps of black coal which was stored there to feed the boilers. So yes, I bought that for several reasons, but I think that'd be quite a good buy anyway. Well, I thought it's quite a good buy. They're up 1%. EasyJet, we don't talk about airlines at the moment. Enquest, that's I just double check what they are. United Kingdom based oil and gas development and company, yes, that's based in the oil industry in the UK. They're up 29%. ExxonMobil, that was one of my larger swing trades which I've just invested in this week. I invested £200. They're down 0.04%, so they're not swinging quite the right way at the moment. But looking at the write-ups, they were destined to go have a big upturn. So I'm holding on them and hoping for a swing trade up. Ford Motor Co, I bought them one share in those, and I've seen them sort of drop down in price, but they've had good earnings just been published, and the shares have risen. But when did I buy this share? History, I bought them on 10th of March 2020, and now it's October, so I've had this share for a few months, and they are up 6%. So but they have been down, so that's going in the right direction. Gulf Keystone, that's an oil-based company, they're down 7%. Hunting, they make tools for the oil exploration industry. They're down 24%. Hire, now that's a now I'll just double check that. I believe it's a Chinese-based holding company principally engaged in the operation of game live streaming platforms. So that's a company that's not going to go away, if that's going to carry on increasing, and that's reflected in the share price increase of 28%. Innovo Pharmaceuticals, pharmaceutical company, they're up 27%. Johnson & Johnson, that's a good stable company for the long term. I believe I put £30 into that company, but they're down 3%. But I think that's just a slight blip. The London Stock Exchange, that's where many shares are traded, and it has its own index, the London Stock Exchange Index, same as the New York but this is the one based in the UK, and that's the London Stock Exchange. That's the company that operates it. I've done quite well there. I don't know why I bought them now, but anyway, they're up 42%. Marston's, this is one I won't talk about. I bought them because Carlsberg, the Danish lager manufacturers, has joined forces with them. Not actually bought them out, but put money into them. And I thought, oh, that was good news. And Marston's own lots of public houses, etc., and brew beer. But with the lockdown, the share price has been reflected in that. They're down 24%. But I think when we come out, people still will want to drink beer and go into pubs. So in the long term, I think they will go up. And as I say, they've got Carlsberg, which is a famous lager, which is very well known in the UK, and you may well know it if you're in other countries. Microsoft, name speaks for itself. Bill Gates, they're up 3%. M&G, that's a finance company. I bought that on a recommendation, but they're down 2%. National Grid, these were shares which were given to me by Trading 212 because I recommended people, and they signed up, and my reward was a share in National Grid, and I got 2 shares in total, a value £18. At the moment they're up 5%. National Grid, it's a good solid company, and they supply the power to the UK. Nokia, they were famous for mobile phones several years ago. They lost away, but they're into 5G technology. That's the reason why I've invested in Nokia, but they're not doing quite so well at the moment. They're down 14%. Nordex, they're up 73%, and Nordex, I just refreshed my memory what they are. German-based holding company, along with its subsidiaries, develop, manufactures and distributes wind power systems. So that's the way forward, and as I say, they're up 73%. PepsiCo, the underdog to Coca-Cola, as one might say, good solid share, pay dividends, and they are up 0.6% since I bought them. Pharos Energy, that's a UK-based oil company, up 1%. Premier Oil, they've had a very up and down existence. I've held their shares for several years on different platforms, and I've actually made a good profit at times, and these shares have been much higher than this. They've been in the positives, but now they're in the negatives, and they're down 67%. Provident Financial, this company goes back to the 1800s, and they specialise in loans to the people who would otherwise go to loan sharks, or possibly could go to loan sharks. So they do provide a genuine service. I believe it might be for the subprime loans market or whatever, but they do offer a good service, and I think they're in it to make money. But if you want to borrow some money and then you haven't got many options to go to, Provident, you know you're going to get the fairest deal possible. So you could say that's an unethical type of stock, I don't know, but anyway, they're providing a service, and people are using it, and the value of their shares have gone up 1.8%. Qualcomm, they've gone up £27. Now I bought that company again to get exposure to the 5G market, and that's a wireless technology company. And as I said, they're not doing too bad at all. They're up 38%. Rockhopper Exploration, I like their symbol, a rockhopper penguin, which I think live in the Falkland Islands, and they have oil exploration interests in the Falkland Islands. But at the moment, the shares are down 5.8%. Royal Dutch Shell, another oil company such as BP, big company, down 25%. So I'm going to hang on to those. Scientific Games is a gaming company. They're up 76%. Solar Edge Technology, the name speaks for itself. They're up 153%. Speedy Hire, UK-based tool hire company. I have a direct dealings with the company, so I know what they do, and I think they're a good company personally from my business to business point of view. At the moment, they're down 8.4%, but they are sort of market leaders, and I think they will be going up in time. Telefonica, they own O2. I bought shares in this company because when they merged with Virgin Media, the shares are now down 12%, but I'm assuming they'll go up again. Travis Perkins, UK-based builders merchants, and also they have other companies where they sell building materials. I have direct business-to-business dealings with them, and I'm quite impressed with the companies, and that's reflected in the fact that I've invested in them, and they are up 3.91%. Tritag Big Box, unusual name, that's a REIT, but they own large warehouses on motorways, which are used to store goods that are distributed to the public, and I think Amazon rents from them, or owns some, or managed or are managed by Tritag Big Box. So that's a sort of a technology with home shopping. There's got to be distribution hubs, and that's what they get involved with, and they're up 9%. Tullow Oil, UK-based oil company, up 32%, but oil stocks are very volatile. You get some UK ones are up, some are down, so I think you've got to be careful when you invest in them. Vanguard FTSE, this tracks the FTSE index, they're up 12%. Virgin Galactic, well, the name speaks for itself. That's where they're trying to get into space flight. I thought would look ahead as more of I just want to get involved with space flight, and the nearest way of doing that, Richard Branson, is to buy a share in the company, which I did. Only one share, not a lot of money, less than £15, and they're up 14%. But as I say, as one might say, you've got skin in the game, you've got an interest in them because you've actually got one share in the company. Walt Disney, I bought shares in them because just before the lockdown in the UK, they launched their Disney Channel. I know the theme parks have locked down, but I think one counteracted the other. But their shares have done very well so far. They're up 31%. Wisdom Tree, they track the price of crude oil. That's a fund, and at the moment that's up 3%, but that's a good way of getting exposure to the price of oil. Then the last one, no, there's more to come yet. Exlinex, I think that's the way I pronounce it. They're up 18%. I have one share in that company, and they are engaged in designing and developing programmable devices and associated technologies. The company's programmable devices and associated technologies include integrated circuits in the form of programmable logic devices, including programmable systems on chips, software design tools to program. So they're into high tech. So that's a company I bought on a recommendation, and as I say, they're doing not too bad, 18%. Yamana Gold, that's a gold mining company. The value of my shares are up 50%, but I read on a blog today that they're up, but there's room for them to go up even more. So I may well actually invest or put some more money into Yamana Gold. I'll give that some thought. Lastly, Zynga, I own 29 shares. They're up only 1%. And what Zynga do is provider of social game services. The company develops, markets and operates social games as live service played on mobile platforms. So that's a company that's in the right marketplace, because people do like to play games on their phones and other devices. So that's an update of my shares at the moment. Some up, some down. What I was going to try and do is tidy up my holdings somewhat, but I do find it quite interesting to have even if they're small holdings in these companies, because every time you refer back to them, that refreshes your memory of what the company does, and then you keep your eyes open in the news, so you're sort of following the company. And I think if you've got even a very small holding in a company, you can watch its movement, and it does make you pay attention to the news. And if you do get a bit of news that there's a possibility of shares rising again, I think as you've got some background understanding of the company, you can just go and add to your holding. So that is my excuse for holding lots of obscure, not obscure, but a good range of different companies in my portfolio. Not necessarily high value holdings, but just to follow how they go. But that's my portfolio, as I say. But I'm trying to be a bit more disciplined and get into swing trading, and invest £200 on each trade, and sort of take a profit out at certain times. But I'm still in the process of putting a business plan and a mode of operation together and sticking to it. But that's my problem, is sticking to a plan. But thank you for watching. Any questions or comments, they'll be most welcome. Until next time, I bid you a very goodbye, and have a nice weekend, and a good trading week next week.